Welcome back to Nico Knows Tech. I'm of course Nico. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Austrian Audio HI-X55 studio monitor headphones. This is Nico Knows Tech.
Nico Knows Tech, all your tech tips and reviews on deck. Nico Knows Tech, #1 channel with the news on check.
Alright, welcome back. Now, sound engineers and people that do any kind of audio mixing or critical listening obviously have their own sets of monitors, and of course I use the Sony MDR7506s, but these are more tools. And these get the job done. They've been the industry standard for over decades now, and I still end up using these from time to time, especially when I'm mixing a real quiet track, which is not music, doesn't have vocals, just because I know these are real flat, and just because I'm used to using them so much, so I know I can obtain accuracy. But going a step up above the 7506s, these are actually a step up. First off, let's go over the design. The design on these is mostly all metal. The frame, the headband, the hinges, and also the back part of the driver here is all metal construction. It's got a solid hinge design. These do twist and flatten out. And they also collapse. We call this kind of the football design. So putting them into a bag is really good. I end up throwing these into my audio bag every time I go to work, and they never failed me. They come with a basic bag, a little drawstring bag like most headphones do in this category rather. Where these excel at is in the high mid range. These are mostly flat, and I would say they're pretty accurate at being flat, but these do produce vocals and strings and everything that's in the high mid a bit more than you're used to, so it might seem like those frequencies are boosted, but in my opinion they're not. As far as comfort goes, exceptionally comfortable. They rest on here, they adjust here on both sides, and they have a nice little click to them, and you just don't have any fatigue. And they kind of look like gaming headphones, but no, they do look pretty industrial with that big solid blockiness there. Let's go over specs. Right here on the box, actually, I don't have to do a whole lot of hunting. The frequency response range is 5 Hz to 28 kHz, which puts this in high-res audio. The Sonys will hit around 25 or 20 to 20 kHz, and that's pretty much the human hearing range, but going beyond that you can still feel that sound pressure, so that's impressive. It's got a sensitivity of 118 decibels, and the impedance is 25 ohms, which is not that bad. The input power is 105 milliwatts, and the weight is 305 grams, so they're not too heavy, they're not too light. They have good heft to them, but they're by no means heavy on your head, which is something that I like. The cable it comes with is 3 meters. It's got a lengthy cable. Let me show you. The one that it comes with is 3 meters long, but I went and got this shorter cable directly through Austrian Audio because I didn't want to have to keep tying it up. And if I'm not working in the studio with them, especially if I'm working in front of my computer, this is long enough to reach my microphone or into my speakers or my amp. And the cable is detachable. Goes in right here. And this end goes in here, and then it just twists in, and there you go. The connector is 3.5 millimeter, gold tipped, and it has a 1/4 inch adapter that comes with it. And it's the same design as a Sony Sennheiser. In fact, this actually is a Sony adapter, but it looks exactly the same. But for right now, I have that in there just because I use so many headphones. But yeah, I use the same type of connector. The overall sound is immaculate compared to your standard headphones or the Sony MDR7506s, simply because you feel like you have a lot more ceiling regarding the frequency range. The bass is not boomy. If you're a bass head, these aren't the ones for you. Strings, vocals, cinematics, classical, rock, anything with a wide soundstage is going to sound really good. Hip-hop can produce some good bass, but it's going to be tight, which is accurate, so you can mix bassy tracks, but if you're trying to listen on them and you want that booming resonance, then these would not be for you. But for accuracy, outstanding. Regarding durability, I've had no issues, and I'm hard on my equipment. The only thing I did have to do is, this came off one time, and I found out that these screws, I just had to make sure that they were tight, which, you know, when you're dealing with metal hinges and solid metal construction, you do have to worry about keeping things, you know, tightened down, which that kind of made me feel better about its construction. The pads on these are interchangeable. You can take these out. This top pad is connected by Velcro, but it's very strong. I didn't actually realize it was Velcro until I started, you know, wanting to take it off, because it's on there really good. But yeah. But yeah, I had to get used to one thing about these, is when I was mixing some tracks at work, I wasn't used to the vocals being more pronounced, and they presumed to be boosted from what I could tell. I couldn't tell at the time, but I did an entire mix, and the vocals were all recessed, and the guitars were all recessed. Everything that was in the high mid, it was almost like I was mixing with headphones that were not flat and had boosted high mids. And but actually I got used to it. I use these all the time, and I'll use these for gaming, for enjoyment listening, and for work, especially when I'm mixing vocals. These are not the cheapest. You can get, you know, Sony MDR7506s for around $70 now. And these used to be $500, and they were really out of most people's price range, even professionals in my trade in audio engineering, just because you can just get good enough and even good stuff for under $100. Well, recently these got dropped down, and they are now retailing for about $350 with every retailer. I'll have some links in the description where you can buy these online. You can get them at Sweetwater, also Amazon, but Sweetwater is a good source, and that's where I got mine. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of these and what headphones you guys are using, because I like to see what you guys are using, and maybe I can review those. Also, let me know which headphones and which audio equipment that you're looking into. That way I can request samples of them and I can review them for you. I hope you found this of a benefit. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.